position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the TCU Horned Frogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Red Raiders will put total leather and we'll get started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the RPO, complete. Past the 40. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The short hands, it's James. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Working that left side now. And he'll hop it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here's the handoff. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. With the catch, it's Carter. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Makes the grab. It's Joyner. Breaks into the open. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Quarterback extends the play. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games.
Looking for the end zone. Throws for the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
And the Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got him this time. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Red Raiders will put total under to crank us up. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Bunch formation for these receivers. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Immediately fires to the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Wide open downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Fires to the big fella. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Looking for room. It's Cook. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
To the air. It's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's James. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, you love to see this offensively. On the first drive of the game, your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
With the run on first and goal.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second. Diving for the score, and the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
The Red Raiders backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, and second down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions, and he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. He wants to throw it again. There's the pressure. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It is good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Coming out with it, it's Jenkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go when you...
He's got it! Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Somehow got the screen into that traffic. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Steps away. He's going to run it. Got the first down. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Red Raiders are rolling down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense might bring the house here. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
to pick it up on the ground. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. Here we go. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Oh, better look out! And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Grabbed over the middle, it's Payne. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Touchdown, TCU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Winston. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. On the move at the 30. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. Snags it on the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That's caught. It's Joyner. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Eakin. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Release to the back. Quick strike complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Defense looks like they're coming. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Red Raiders line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in the clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking downfield on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Unloads it left. Got him downfield.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's James. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Horned Frog.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hudson. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to pass, it's Jennings. That's reeled in, it's Eakin. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45, on his way. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know it.
Fires toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give is to Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Now adjusting. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Quick handoff. He has the first and still on his feet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Got it behind the line. It's James. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Makes the grab. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll immediately call timeout. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Snagged in the middle, it's Finley. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Throws for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the back. He'll try to take it back. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
He wants to change this route. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Send the tight end in motion. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jenkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Finds his man. It's Joyner. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Red Raiders come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Spits it out to the back. It's complete to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Quarterback now breaking the field. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Red Raiders, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 28 to Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. The RPO, it's complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To throw, it's Hoover. Quickly complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Timeout, TCU.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Texas Tech.